Hello, everybody. Welcome to our fourth presentation of the Hispanic Heritage Month Community events. My name is Yesenia Chavez. I am the co-chair for the Hispanic Heritage Month with Tina Castillos, Marisol Gamboa, and Luis Reyes. We also want to thank our administrators, faculty, students, the grand personnel, and everybody who's making this possible. After the presentation, please complete a short survey to let us know how we did, okay? So again, my name is Yesenia Chavez. I am originally from Michoacán, Mexico. But I've been in Houston for about 28 years. I am married, have a 6-year-old son, and I love listening to music and walking in the park. I have been a teacher for 21 years and 5 at Central Campus. I went to Houston Community College for my education, University of Houston downtown, University of Houston, and Universidad de Salamanca in Spain. I hold a PhD from the University of Houston main campus in Spanish linguistics. Now I'm gonna try to share my screen, okay? Okay, so here is my screen. This is our 5th Dia de Muertos presentation. Today we're gonna be honoring a Mexican singer, songwriter, and actor, Juan Gabriel, okay? See if I can go down, yes. Here is the agenda for today. I'll do an overview of my department, my presentation, and then Nicole will come to do her presentation on the awards day. There will be a survey time and then a thank you notes at the end. So as I mentioned, I do teach in the Central Modern Language Department at Central Campus. I teach Spanish. We also teach French classes. In the past, we also used to teach Chinese. We also used to have a Spanish club. Unfortunately, my Spanish club didn't make it this semester, but hopefully it continues in the spring semester. So if you're interested in joining the club, please email me, okay? Goals for today: learn about the Hispanic cultural tradition, increase the cultural sensitivity towards the Hispanic community, appreciate the holiday and eliminate myths about it, foster cross-cultural connections, and support the Latino Hispanic community traditions. Previous altares done at San Jacinto College Central Campus. The first one done in 2017 was Michael Jackson and Cesar Chavez. 2018, we did Cesar Chavez. 2019, we did Selena Quintanilla, and then on the 2020, we did Frida. So today, we're doing Juan Gabriel, okay? Who is Juan Gabriel? I guess I can share with you a little bit about that. Juan Gabriel was born in January 7, 1950 in Parácuaro, Michoacán, Mexico. He died on August 28 in Santa Monica, California, United States. He was a singer, songwriter, producer, and actor. He sung ranchera, boleros, pop, excuse me, and he has brought over 100 songs for singers not only in Mexico, but also in the United States, Spain, and Colombia. Some of the famous songs are El Noa Noa, Abrázame Muy Fuerte, Querida, Hasta que te conocí, Yo ya no vivo por vivir, Así fue, Amor eterno, and etc., and etc. As I mentioned, he brought more than 100 songs. October the 5th is now Juan Gabriel's Day. So the Dia de los Muertos is celebrated to several states in Mexico. Of course, there are some people who do not celebrate it, but some people do. Like we in Michoacán, Mexico. Michoacán is located at the southwest part of Mexico City. It's also celebrated Dia de Muertos in California and Texas, because that's where we may have the most Hispanic population from Mexican or Mexican-American descent, okay? Its history traces back to the indigenous people at about 3,000 years ago. It was mainly celebrated by Aztecs and Toltecs. It originally was only a cultural tradition. Then it became a religious holiday from the Roman Catholic Church called Dia de Todos los Santos y Fieles Difuntos, okay? There are 2 types of celebrations. One is the cultural and the other one is the religious one. It is always celebrated November the 1st for the children and November the 2nd for adults. The preparations start on October the 31st. I'm going to start with the cultural celebration, okay? So the picture here is La Calavera Catrina, done by Jose Guadalupe Posada. Again, I didn't create this picture. It was done by Jose Guadalupe Posada in the newspaper in Mexico between 1910 and 1913, okay? The altar one has several characteristics. It may have calaveritas, like the one we show you, parades on the streets, parties, cultural altares. They do not have any religious activity like prayers or rosary. It's like mostly party celebration, okay? Dia de Muertos celebration is nowadays saved by UNESCO or Organización de las Naciones Unidas para la Educación, la Ciencia y la Cultura. They say Dia de Muertos celebration is a day, okay? Patrimonio oral e inmaterial de humanidad. More items they do on Dia de Muertos, they go to the cemetery, they bring the mariachi music either to the cemetery or at home where they have their altares. They got food, they got party with the dead. People do parades and parties to celebrate the memories of their relatives who pass away. They do big celebrations in Mexico City also, okay? People do decorations with papel picado, candy calaveritas, people dress up as Catrinas and calaveras, as we were gonna see in some pictures. Some cultural movies done about the Dia de Muertos are The Book of Life in 2014, James Bond, Spectre in 2015, Disney, Coco 2017. Again, all of those movies are copyright. I don't own them. They're all copyright. Okay, okay. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the religious altares, okay? I'm going to show you the pictures in a little bit. I just don't want to get confused before I show you all the differences. So now we're going to talk about the altares religiosos or religious altars. People do altars with flowers, food, drinks, pictures of their deceased relatives and saints, pan de muertos, school candy, objects of the preference for the deceased people. It has 3 to 7 layers. People pray, like the rosary is a very common prayer for those. They also sing, they bring the mariachi, and sometimes it is really that the people come back home and to the cemetery for dinner and eat their favorite food. It's not a sad celebration, okay? The altar has several components. One of them is water for the thirsty of the people, salt for purification, candles for light, copal, clean for bad spirits, flowers, mainly the cempasúchil flowers. They got the dead, okay? We saw that in the Coco movie as well. We also heard from Professor Eunice Urbina Hornin in 2017 and 2020. Petate, give the spirits a place for them to rest. We also put bread, pan de muerto, the food as a fraternal offer. The deceased person's picture, they also put it on a mirror. Food, the favorite food from the deceased, sugar schools. Some people do this, but not in Michoacán, Mexico, wine or liquor to remember the great days of the person when he or she was alive. Pictures of saints, crosses for the eternal rest of deceased, like we do in Michoacán, Mexico. A religious movie I didn't know about much, but the Coco, it back a little bit with the altar, right? Nowadays, I just heard about another one, a movie which is Dia de Muertos, which is a movie done in Mexico, in cartoon, okay? I haven't had a chance to see it. Hopefully I get to see it soon. Here is a picture I did about the altars last year. This one is a religious altar. We see the cross, the rosary, for the rosary players, the Virgin of Guadalupe, the candles, the food, okay? The flowers, yes. Here is the cultural one I did last year. We got again the food, the calaveritas, the candles, the flowers. We're supposed to have the water in there and the salt. Oh, okay. It's time for us to show you the other pictures. So now we're gonna see our cultural altar honoring Juan Gabriel. Here is the whole picture of the altar. Here is one of the calaveritas, another one calaveritas, some flowers, la ofrenda, which includes the pan de muerto, the favorite food of Juan Gabriel. They say is tamales verdes, you see it in the little basket. There we see the Catherine and Katrina, along with another calaverita in piñata form, and more calaveritas. So remember, on this cultural altar, we get to put the ofrendas, the favorite food, anything else you want. You can also add more pictures and the items that belong to the person. Okay. There we see more food, more flowers, calaveritas, the candles, more calaveritas, more candles, and some cultural items from the calaveritas form. Now we see the religious altar honoring Juan Gabriel. Here we can see the Virgin of Guadalupe in the image. The cempasúchil flowers honoring the picture of Juan Gabriel, the person we're honoring today. Let's see. We see the ofrenda also, the pan de muertos. And again, we also see the tamalitos. Yes, there is the little basket. The candles, as well as the flowers to guide the path for the persons to the altars. We also see the cross. So remember, in the religious altar, people do come and pray the rosary, and they also sing a very common song, which is sung during this celebration is Buenos Dias, Paloma Blanca. And then we see more flowers, more decorations, but we don't see as many calaveritas as in the other one, in the cultural one. So now we're going to do a little summary for Dia de Muertos presentation. It is not a Mexican Halloween. It does not honor dead but or dead relatives. It is not a sad holiday but about love, okay? It is not a strange ritual. Day of the Dead customs and makeup are not Halloween customs for the religious celebration, but they are for the cultural celebration, okay? It is celebrated in Mexico, Guatemala, the United States, other Hispanic countries, and in France. There are two types of celebrations. One is the religious and the other one is a cultural celebration. I think that's the most common one. We honor Mexican artist Frida Kahlo last year, but today in this celebration, we're honoring Juan Gabriel. Additional resources are recommended. Google Dia de Muertos, I will give you tons of information about the altares. There are several books, like Calavera Calavera is one of those. A lot of books and movies. If you can Google either Juan Gabriel or Frida Kahlo, you can find a lot of information about that. Okay, now we're gonna be doing a survey. I'll give you some time for that. Here are some of my references. Thanks and recognitions. So now Nicole is going to announce the winners. Nicole?